Hey guys, welcome to Rockleigh's World. I just wanted to do this video quickly. It's about The Force Awakens. This is not The Force Awakens because I just wanted to have a video of you guys watching something entertaining. This is my second playthrough on Fallout, so just be a bit of wandering around this town. So, Force Awakens is going to be spoiler alert, so if you haven't watched it and you don't want the spoiler alerts, turn it off, come back later after you've watched it. But I will tell you, I did warn you. So, without giving a spoiler away at the moment, it basically is like A New Hope. It's basically A New Hope. That's the whole movie. Everything, what you get in New Hope, you get in this movie. That's what it is. And so stop watching now if you don't want any spoilers. If you do want spoilers, keep watching. If you don't give a shit and you're like, oh, I don't really care about Star Wars, and you just want to know about it, then yeah, keep watching. So yeah, Disney basically, as soon as the movie finished, I wrote a letter to Disney and I also posted on my Facebook page some pretty, I would say, mean stuff. Yeah, I think I might have told some people to go F themselves. So the biggest spoilers alert is that it's going to be as big as Darth Vader, but basically Han Solo dies. Yep, the best actor in the whole series of every single Star Wars movie dies. So I have know why they did it, because they want to kill off all the good characters so Disney can start fresh over again. But why would you kill off Han right at the start? And when you actually see the acting after Han dies, he's carrying the whole freaking movie. Without Han in this movie, you wouldn't be able to call it Star Wars. It would be something not even like Star Wars. It would just be, yeah, it'd be like some child had come up with this storyline. It's not. It's basically someone watching New Hope and went, do you know what would make this better? This. And yes, there is another big fucking super weapon, or shouldn't probably swear, super weapon that blows up planets, except for this time it blows up 5 planets at once. And it's just like, why? You can't think of anything else. And yes, they have to fly X-Wings down the trench to destroy it. Like, okay, New Hope. I was a bit annoyed because I had to sit through about, I guess, 15-20 minutes worth of ads, because it's probably a movie, so lots of ads were on it. And it wasn't 3D, so I just got sore eyes out of most of it. But still, New Hope, big fucking gun, need X-Wings to destroy it, has a bit of Endor in it that they need to blow off the shield generator so they can destroy it with. But Han Solo gets through, Han Solo again gets through the shields. So if he could get shielded with shields, why didn't the other X-Wings just get through the shields? It's kind of got lots of flaws in it, and it's really funny because literally as soon as Han Solo dies, all the actors are just like, oh yeah, let's now go down to, oh, we're under attack. It's like the most worst acting you've ever seen. I was probably in a bit of shock when they killed Han because I couldn't quite understand, but still, why? I still don't understand. I know why, but why Han first? Like, when you see Leia, you're like, I hope this lady dies, because you remember her when she was hot, and now you see her and you're like, yeah. If you're going to kill someone off, kill her off first. So why didn't they kill her off? It still would be the emotional attachment of, oh no, that he's lost. But still, and Luke's back. Of course, you get to see him right at the end for, I think, about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes if you're lucky. So that was kind of cool, and he looked kind of muscly for who he is, so that was a highlight. But they killed off Han, so I just didn't give a shit by that stage. I was just like, yeah, Luke, whatever. And then, oh yeah, so that's basically what the whole base of the movie is. There's, they get plans, a map, plans to find, and they put it inside a droid, and the droid goes walkabout to protect the plans, and then someone finds the plans, and then they jump on the Millennium Falcon, and see, same as New Hope, and then they fly the plans to one destination that gets blown up, New Hope. Then they fly the plans to the rebel base, which as soon as they get there, they find out where the rebel base is, and they decide to use the laser weapon, big laser weapon, to destroy the rebel base, which the rebels find out about, so they have a certain amount of time to blow it up. So basically New Hope all over again, and then they go and blow it up, and then there's a dark Jedi lightsaber scene at the end, which was almost, it's so painfully slow. It's basically watching Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fight again with their I'm starting to cry just rethinking about it, and I'm not sure it's from the 3D glasses or the emotional drain it takes me, because it's just like, why would they, and you're thinking, say cool flip, some nice fighting or something, and yeah, none of that. And Luke has a daughter, spoiler, Luke has a daughter, and her daughter's name is Rey, and he leaves her on an abandoned planet, like, hey, not very good father, but who's the mother, no idea. The black guy that everyone's complaining about is a stormtrooper Jedi that no one managed to come across that had Jedi's abilities the whole time, and he's been trained as a child all the way up to stormtrooper, and then decides not to be a stormtrooper anymore, and he acts like a big coward boy. Which you think they would have found that out while he was training to be a stormtrooper and be like, yeah, maybe this guy isn't the best as a stormtrooper. So yeah, it's out of pain. I just want to pick up that log. So, as this, get back to it. So yeah, we wouldn't be training as a stormtrooper. So yeah, if they found him, get back to it. It's late. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So if they trained him as a stormtrooper, and he was a stormtrooper, and they would have found out he was a Jedi, and they would have taken him away to get trained as a Jedi, or the dark people would have found him and trained him as a Jedi, or they would have killed him. But nah, none of that happens. He goes all the way to it, and he gets to kill his first person, and he realizes it's wrong, and he abandons them, and blah 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 blah. And then we come to the dark guy that they give away. It's a family member almost 5 minutes into the movie. So you're having a guess, is it Han and Leia's son? Or is it Luke's son? And you're thinking it's Luke's son, and it turns out to be Han and Leia's son, but it has the same name as Luke's son. So they call him Ben. They had Jason and Anakin to choose from the books, but they call him Ben, and you're like, okay, that's a little weird that they'd call him the son of, change it to a different name. Don't call him Ben. Why? Like Obi-Wan Kenobi, why would you call him Ben for? Leia had no real connection with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Han Solo never had any connection. It makes very, very, very little sense at all. So I don't know why they did that. And he's the biggest pussy ever found. No wonder why he turned dark. I mean, he whinges worse than Anakin in the first movies. He's just a whiny little kid that, seriously, if you saw walking down the street, you'd probably just want to beat up for the hell of it, because you basically fucked Star Wars. He's so annoying. You kind of want him to die. And the stormtroopers, like, they try to make them really like Nazis and the whole thing like Nazis, so you hate them, but you don't really hate the stormtroopers. You actually feel sorry for them because they still can't shoot straight. So, and they have all this cool armor and it doesn't do shit. So you actually start to feel sorry for them. That why would they give them so poor training? And this one lady that she's never shot a laser pistol before. Okay, she may have the Force, but I'm pretty sure it takes a while to train how to use the Force. And she shoots once, fiddles around with the gun, and then shoots the stormtrooper. And the stormtrooper only gets one shot off, and he misses. He's got a rifle. Last time I checked, a rifle shooting a handgun. Normally a rifle's more accurate than a handgun, but nope. Apparently a handgun with no training compared to some guy with training and in armor is better than you are. So, and the fight at the end is just like, yeah, and so they basically tell you in the storyline that Ben, the child of Han and Leia, was trained by Leia, then also, not sort of trained, brought up by Han and Leia, so pretty kick-ass, and then was trained by Luke how to be a good Jedi, and then was trained by this dark guy how to be a dark Jedi. Fights this other girl with a lightsaber, Rand, Luke's daughter, that has no training how to use any type of weapon, except for she can shoot the blaster very well. And she picks it up and she beats him. She kicks his ass, and it's not a very good fight scene, but she still kicks his ass. It's like, how the hell can that happen? How can a guy that's been training for like 10-15 years lose to someone that has no training how to use a lightsaber, how to swirl it, or anything else? He does pretty well off this other guy, but then he loses to her because she's powerful in the Force. But just because you're powerful in the Force doesn't make you the best Star Wars lightsaber jeweler. It just, at the most that I've read in all the books and that, it makes you able to anticipate where a block's going to be, or to prevent you. It doesn't teach you how to go and kill someone or beat the crap out of them. So it's very just, it misses so much. They're just basically going to wipe everyone out, start a new one with a whole bunch of Jedis, and build up that way and make their own universe, which has no inkling what to do with the old Star Wars movies. Maybe a little subtext, but yeah, it's really, you watch the movie and you're like, okay, this is Star Wars, so it gives you some hope. If it wasn't Star Wars, I'm pretty sure most people would have probably never gone to watch it. Honestly, it would have been one of those sci-fis that no one ever watched and it failed. So this had the Star Wars brand on it. So because of the Star Wars brand is why people watched it. You wouldn't have watched it. Then Han and Chewie come into it and you're like, oh yeah, Han and Chewie's into it, and then you find out they got their Millennium Falcon stolen and they couldn't find it for years. It's a bit iffy there, why they couldn't find their Millennium Falcon. And then it goes on like that, and you're actually excited to see Han and Chewie, and then they go and do their own fighting in it, and there's a couple of cool scenes, and you're really getting into it, and yeah, it's just, and the Empire's still using TIE fighters, but they stopped using TIE fighters after the Death Star because they didn't have enough people, and because they didn't have enough people, they had a whole bunch of interceptors, and interceptors are way better for troopers or to use, so they started using the interceptors instead of the TIE fighters because they're really bad. But these TIE fighters are different because two people can fit in them, and one person really. But then other TIE fighters, only one person's flying and shooting. It's like coincidental TIE fighter. Some have two, some only have one. Depends what we need at the time. So, yes, it's just horrible. There's basically the guy that directed it was just like, I've read Star Trek, this is how it's going to do, because I made a Star Trek movie and this is what it's going to turn out to be like. And you're just like, okay, there's no science in Star Wars, or very little, but still, how could you? It's very, very, very hard to, you wouldn't think it would be that hard to stuff up Star Wars, but he managed to do it. He managed to stuff up Star Wars, and he Phantom Menaced it all over the place, just total Phantom Menaced. That's basically what this movie is. It's A New Hope, but being Phantom Menaced. And there's a thing on YouTube called Cinema Sins, and when Cinema Sins gets a hold of this movie, they're gonna go to town. And I won't blame them. I'll probably watch it over and over again just because, it's so terrible. I'm sitting down at 4 o'clock in the morning after watching it, after being up since 6 o'clock the morning before, doing this video, which I'm going to upload raw and put straight on YouTube. That's how horrible it is. I literally wrote a letter to Disney telling them how horrible the movie was. So that's how horrible this movie is. It's literally horrible. Like I was saying, if it didn't have Star Wars written on it, you would go, how's such as The Force Awakens? They would be like, it's shit. And everyone would be like, okay, don't go and watch it. And no one would have watched it. They Battlefront it. It's basically Battlefront. They took everything out that everyone liked, killed off the one person that could actually act and was carrying the movie, and then left it. The other 2 actors, they're not very good actors. They're good actors until Han comes into it. Han and Chewie come into it, and you get that, like type of Star Wars acting, and then those two become very weak and poor actors, and then Han dies, and they're still very weak and poor actors. There's nothing really, so special about them. It's almost like a high budget B-rate movie. That's what it's like. That's what I'd say. That almost has nothing to do with Star Wars, nothing to do with Star Wars logic. There's no wedge in it. I mean, how hard is it to put wedge in it or someone else's? There's like the favourite characters that you grew up, you loved or you read the books with. It'd be hard pressed to find them. Has all different types of people. It was like, why did you go after books? I don't understand why you would go after books and why you would make these people, they're not even the Empire that they're fighting, there's some other area of people that why they would make a superpower weapon when they don't have very many numbers is beyond stupidness. Because they wanted to get it blown up, because they wanted a big target on their back. Again, like in the books, it shows you they learn that building a big shit-ass super weapon just attracts people to blow it up. So why would you go and do that again? It's this troopers shoot their guns. It's really funny because they have like element of surprise, and the troopers come landing in. Literally in the first 2 seconds, a stormtrooper dies. It's quite funny when you watch it. And the stormtroopers can't shoot straight. They get wiped out by a bunch of rebels. The leader retreats from the battlefield because he thinks he's got what he wants, when they've got like a whole shitload of troops that could just get more and take it. There's the fight scene at the end when the good guy goes to finish off the bad guy, and the earth literally splits apart so they can't kill each other anymore. Also, well, he could, she could still kill him. And it's at the start, he blocks a fucking laser bolt with his hand and stops the person, and then able to catch him. He stops her mid-flight and holds her in one of the scenes and is able to knock her out. Yet she's fighting here and he can't do any of that shit. Why can't he do any of that shit? Why can't he throw something at her? Why can't he lift her up and throw her off the edge? he doesn't use any of it. He tries to fight her with a sword fight, and it's like, yes, he's trying to turn it evil, but still, at least throw something at her. Use the force. Let's pick her up. Let's choke her. Let's do something that's might see that she's very, very weak and not just make her stronger. She sneaks around the whole. They're on red alert. She sneaks around this whole Imperial base. Oh, I don't know what they are, whatever they're called. I don't even know their name. It's so impressionless. I can't even remember their name, and they've said it like, New Order, is that it? Oh, probably. New Order. Sneaks around the whole base without them knowing, on high alert. How could she sneak around she's never been there. She doesn't have any plans. She maybe have a slight inclination of the force, but still sneaks around the whole base without anyone finding. This will be really great for kids to watch. Anyone else that thinks or might have a problem with this, they're going to have a very, very, very bad time watching. It can't even be called Star Wars. I would recommend everyone writing to Disney and telling them what they did to us and how they feel. It feels like someone has cracked in your mouth and you can't get it out. You can spit out as much as you want, but it's still there. Someone's still cracked in your mouth. So that's basically the movie wrapped up. And then the other thing, the lightsaber. So they have the lightsaber, the blue one, the lightsaber. So they have that was recovered somehow magically. So and it's blue. So Darth Vader had it, and then Luke lost it, and then so his other one should be an green lightsaber, but it's a blue lightsaber they're trying to give back to him. But where did that blue lightsaber come from? They don't explain. They just say it's a long story. It's like sitting there going, oh look, I've got a shotgun. Oh, how do you get a shotgun? It's a long story. It's weak. It's very, very weak. It's not Star Wars. It's so loosely. It's basically. If you watch them all in a row now, you watch the Phantom Menace, and you end with this one, you'll basically be like, yeah, they Phantom Menaced it. It's hard to follow a book, but still not following anything or any law or just going off track is silly. And you want to sell more, make more money, but all you're going to do is isolate the people that actually wanted to watch it and the actual people that have been looking forward to it. And you had years to make it, so you've just basically isolated them, all of them. Oh, you got the kids. No, you don't really got the kids because the parents don't want to watch it because it's crap. Why don't they just go and watch Harry Potter? Which Harry Potter actually makes way more sense than this. Or Lord of the Rings. Or anything else. This has been a really terrible time for games. Fallout 4, shit. After you play it for a week and a half, okay, week and a half, that's kind of good, but still, I'm not going to be paying $100 for a week and a half each time. Battlefront, same thing, or less, 20 hours or so, someone said. Not going to be paying $100 for that. COD, I fell asleep on the couch playing that the other day. I was going to do a movie of it, but got friends over, kind of fun with friends, but we all fell asleep playing it. So, COD's kind of good playing with 2 players. Stayed up to watch Star Wars. Luckily I did pay. Thank God I didn't pay. My friend paid for me, so I'm happy that I did pay. Still not happy with the movie. It's a free movie for me, and I'm still bitching and complaining about it. That's how bad this movie is. Most people are like, it's a free movie, so I don't really mind. But this movie was so bad, I'm bitching about a free movie. And it was horrible. Save yourself some money, watch it online, go to a friend's house later because someone's going to buy the copy when it comes out. Watch it at your friend's house, buy it when it comes out, watch it on, but if you have Netflix or anything when it comes out, because you're going to be so much happier that you spent $2 for the whole family than you did spend $20 or whatever for the whole family to go watch it each. So that's like $80 and plus food and that. And then when you watch it, you're just gonna be crying and laughing the stupid bits and crying and the sad bits, and not because that person died. Why they killed that person is why you're crying. And the way Han Solo dies, getting stabbed by his son in the middle of a thing, and he doesn't pull out his gun once. He shot Grego before Grego could fire. In the shows in the new one, he fires first, but still, he shot him before he fired. He freaking pulled his gun that quickly. I'm pretty sure he can pull his gun and shoot his son in the foot before his son had chances shooting. Literally, Chewie could have shot his son. Anyone could have shot his son. Okay, Chewie wouldn't be happy with Chewie, but he still could have shot his son. So yeah, it's so weak. The whole movie's weak. It's shit. It's crap. I was going into it not expecting much because of what game it was. Oh, sorry, what movie it was, but it's poor. It's so poor. I don't know who wrote that script, but really they should go fuck their mother, because that's how I feel about it. Up to that point, couldn't really call it a Star Wars movie. Killing Han Solo, that's a bit how's your mother, but and then leaving it with Luke standing on the edge. That Luke does look pretty buff though. Still is and R2-D2 comes back to life because he's not on. And then there's this map scene, and R2-D2 shows this map of the galaxy. And the one bit of map that is missing, the droid has, but the droid puts that into. But everyone else just sits there, looks at the guy, and they're like, "We don't know what's going on," and it's literally obvious what's going on. Then the droid puts it into place, and some dickhead, I don't know which one it was, I couldn't be bothered by that time, it was just so annoying, goes, "Oh, it completes the map." It's like, really? I could have told as soon as R2-D2 opened up. I could have told as soon as the droid's like, "Let's check R2-D2's memory banks." And they're like, "No, R2-D2 shut down since Luke left." Because Luke's daughter comes back, apparently. That I learned that after from my brother who watched it with me as well. We literally bitched all the way home from the movie theaters. Then I filmed this to bitch more about it. And it's, yeah, and he puts it in place and everyone's, "Oh, that's what it is." It's like, Jesus Christ. Really? R2-D2 would have put that up, and I would have sat there and gone, that map we saw before looks exactly like that space that's missing. Maybe we should put it in there, because it has this orange line that goes through the map. And then the other map has an orange line that goes through it. Wouldn't that piece together or somewhere? And it's like, yeah, that's what it is. Yay. I mean, And sorry for all the Leia fans, but Leia can't act. Unless she's got so much surgery in her face. She looks like a Muppet. A Muppet? No, a mannequin, no? Yeah, a mannequin. A mannequin could act better than her. Really, a mannequin. Yes, I said a mannequin. So, whole show in a nutshell. Star Wars bad. Don't watch Star Wars. Watch don't watch anything. Most things that movies bad. Watch it when it comes out on DVD. Don't spend your money. Spend your money on presents for your family or presents for yourself. Go and buy yourself something nice. Don't buy Star Wars merchandise, because Star Wars merchandise will be paying for the next movie, which will be probably more crap. Even though they've already made all three. If they've made all three the same as this one, you know they're going to knock off Leia in it, they're going to knock off Chewie in it, they're going to knock off Luke in it. All the guys I was speaking to, even the guys in the movie, did one, yeah, Luke's going to train the next two Jedi, which is the black guy and the girl, and then they're going to kill him off somehow. Or he's going to, yeah. And then those two are going to go on a revenge saga for the last one, because that's how Star Wars ends, with a revenge saga. And it's very, 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 very predictable. You're like, that guy's dead, he's gonna live, that guy's dead. It's simple, very, very simple. Not much thinking. Good movie to go just sit on the couch after the day of work and just watch and don't give a shit about. If you haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies, watching Han Solo dies is going to be exactly the same as when Ben dies. People that knew the lore was like, okay, they cried about it. People that didn't want like, who was that old guy? That's what it's going to be like. People that don't watch it just going to be like, who was that old guy? And I'm pretty sure that's what Disney wants. But why they do that, they isolate over how many years of people watching all the movies. They're basically just isolated. People were laughing at the stupid parts, crying at the movie. At the end of the movie, the guy said, "Thank God that shit's over." Everyone in the movie theater laughed. That's basically what it is. You're thankful it's over. Then you realise they've made another 2 fucking movies and it's going to be the same shit all over again. It's just money making shit. So this is Rockleigh's rant using a Fallout video about the Star Wars Awakening. Don't go and see it. That's all I have to say. Do not watch this movie. This movie is so bad, I'm saying don't watch it, don't play it, don't watch it, stay away from it. Watch it at a friend's house that buys a DVD, or watch it when they say this is awesome, and then you watch it and you're like, you don't like your friend anymore because he has no idea what he's talking about. Terrible, terrible, terrible movie. Probably would be up there with some of the worst movies I've ever seen. If it didn't have a Star Wars label, it would be a pretty shit movie. It was so jabbed and smashed together. There was bits and pieces, jab, jab, jab. There's basically, they got A New Hope, chopped it all up, stuck some shit in the middle, and pushed it all together, and that's what they gave you. It was bunches of different, even made it into 3 different movies. Bits and then pushed it all together. That's what it felt like. Just shit. Felt like they just got some diarrhea, put it in a film, slapped Star Wars on it, and laughed saying these guys would buy it. Which my friend did. He paid for it. And he did buy it. So we did buy it in 3D, which was not very good. The ads were quite nice, but nah. So yes. Don't watch it. I've warned you. I've tried to give you some explanations why not to. If you still want to go and watch it, then rewatch this video. Leave a comment what you thought about this video, what you thought about the movie. If you thought it was good, then go fuck your uncle. If you don't have an uncle, then you can fuck your auntie. Or if you don't have an auntie, then you can go fuck yourself. That doesn't really bother me which order you do it in. Might want to do all 3. And yeah, might see you next time. You might be fucking your uncle, so you might not see me. And so yeah, I hope I've saved some people, or I hope I made some people so angry that everyone's rioting on the street and George Lucas is cowering at home because the only way I couldn't even they paid George Lucas so much money that he didn't even watch this movie before it was released. What was he? He was at the strip club again, wasn't he? He was where he was when they made the Phantom Menace, at the strip club, just throwing $100 bills at the strippers. We got paid that much money for them to do it. So yes, don't. George Lucas didn't even watch this movie. Why should you? So yeah. Okay guys, hopefully you see this video by tomorrow, and hopefully not many of you have watched it. If you have watched it, yeah, leave a comment or put a link to your own video that you made because you're so disgusted you actually jumped on YouTube for the first time and did a rant about this about this movie. And put a link, I'll go and watch it, and I'll leave a comment on yours and go see what I thought about it. So yeah. Tell me what you thought about this video. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't. Apparently my candy one that I shove a whole bunch of marshmallows in my mouth is quite hilarious for people. Water. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like, and give a thumbs down if you thought the movie was great. And I'll see you guys next time, which will hopefully be a Fallout review. Okay then everyone. have a good morning or night wherever you are, and bye bye.